All right. Episode 2. Welcome back with the Two Bros, Two Perspective podcast. I'm James. Wrap it. Yeah. All right. Can edit that.
As always, I'm Steven B. 2P podcast right back at you. Coming live in effect from Deville, Texas. How y'all doing out there?
Good. It's a little tongue twister as we get used to it, though.
Yeah, we'll get it down. Ain't no thing.
All right. So we got a name. Two Bros, Two Perspective podcast.
Two bros, two perspectives. I like it.
And 2B, 2P. I like that too.
2B, 2P. Keep it short.
So now that we got it figured out, let's talk about the socials. Two bros, two perspectives. That's two bros, number two, two perspective podcast. Oh, hold on. I fucked that up. We'll come back to the socials. Okay.
We're still waiting on our social media team to get all that straight right there. But we'll have it on episode 3. We'll have it all straightened out by episode 3, hopefully.
It's two bros with an S and then number two. Two perspective, number two. On TikTok.
The perspective.
And on YouTube. Spell it. Prespective.
Y'all know he had to look at the paper.
Yeah.
But it's all good. It's all good. So
on
what's
TikTok
going on?
And YouTube.
What's going on, JJ? What you talking about today, man? What you got?
Well, it's Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, it is.
So one thing that I was trying to talking about was, what do you remember growing up during Thanksgiving, right? My list for Thanksgiving.
I think she's Santa Claus with all these lists and shit, but it's all good.
So the first thing that I always thought about was, let's say, cousins.
Okay.
Right? It was always grandma's house, one of two grandma's house all the time. And either one, we had cousins, two different sets of cousins.
Yeah.
Talk about perspective.
Hey, that's what I was just about to say. Two different families, two different sets of cousins, two different relationships.
It was big time different.
Absolutely.
So we'll talk about, let's say, Grandma Medina's side.
Okay.
That was our dad's side of the family.
Our stepdad, but
right.
Our real dad. You know, he raised us when we was little. Although he ain't blood, we the pop. So.
Right. So that's the grandma that we knew.
Yeah.
On our dad's side.
Yeah.
And she was always showed us love, right?
Oh, always.
She was great, you know.
Always love her.
And she used to do it big, right?
Man, I don't remember.
Okay.
I have lots of memories of grandma, but I don't remember the Thanksgivings.
So Thanksgiving was kind of fancy, right?
Yeah, she was bougie.
Yeah, she always had new furniture. You couldn't really sit on the furniture over her house.
New ride.
It wasn't a house that was kid friendly.
I agree.
We had to go outside, and even the backyard was like, can't do nothing. It was like one of those grandma's house it was boring, right?
Yeah,
boring
for
grandma's
sure,
house.
for sure.
And the cousins, I don't know, what would you say how they were?
Love them, but they just weren't our type. You know what I mean? If you could say that, the Hispanic parents as well, but just weren't our type. You know what I mean?
We got along. For the most part.
Just a few I remember. Josh and Jesse and Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the main 3 boys.
Yeah.
And like you said, we got along. We was cool. It just wasn't.
It was different.
Yeah, it was different.
Maybe because we didn't grow with it. We saw them when we went to grandma's house, and if they were there, if not, it's not like we went to their house all the time.
Could be the blood too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just could be different blood streams, different DNA. You know what I'm saying?
Not really, because it was Eric and Paul that we hung out with a lot. But they really didn't go to grandma's house too much. So I don't know. I don't remember like drama or no over there, nothing. But they hardly were at grandma's house. We always saw them outside of grandma.
Yeah. But just it was different. Not a love-hate type different.
Right.
Just well, maybe the love was different. Because although Grandma Medina was solid, not all our aunts were. Because like I said, that wasn't our biological family, and some of the aunts and uncles on that side, you could tell
And it always seemed like something was always going on,
yeah.
right? Like somebody wasn't talking to somebody,
Oh
or
shit, that's
you know,
just
yeah,
Mexican families in
right,
general,
right.
man. Not just that family, but yeah,
It just seemed like maybe there was so many girls. I think Dad he was only a boy. Well,
yeah.
there's
Uncle
Frankie.
Frankie,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of girls,
Uh huh. So
different ages,
maybe
different
that's what it was.
generations. Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be that. Just didn't understand each
But
other.
there was like about eight aunts or something.
There was a few of them.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple that stuck in my mind that treated us well. There's just a couple that I know the names. You know, we hardly ever saw them and
Yeah.
shit. Or you know, it was different. You know,
Yeah.
we were the two kids that came in through a marriage. You know what I mean? But like you said about grandma, you know, she never treated. I actually think she probably treated us a little bit better. You know,
Maybe.
like on Christmas, you know, going to the future a little bit. You talking about Thanksgiving, but like on Christmas, you know, she'd give everybody socks and shit, and then the next day she'd tell us, "Hey, y'all come back tomorrow. I'll give y'all your real gift."
I think when I was in the Navy boot camp, I think she sent me a check for my birthday,
Yeah,
like a $25 check or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, it was
Well, when I was at Job Corps in New Mexico, if I needed money, I'd call her.
yeah,
She sent me money all the time. You
yeah.
know what I
So
mean? So
she always thought about us, and then but Thanksgiving, I don't have that many memories of it. I
mm,
just remember it was fancy, more
yeah,
fancy than what we were used to. I
yeah,
guess
yeah,
you'd
yeah,
say.
yeah. Yeah, she had a little bread.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So then talking about mom's side,
Right?
cousins.
The real side,
I
family
don't want to say
side.
real
Well, you know
side.
what
Or,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
The family that was there since we was born.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That we actually grew up with,
Mhm.
slept in beds together,
Yeah,
fucking struggled with. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Oh
It
shit, I
was a
got.
lot of us.
Oh yeah, I got lots of memories of that.
Yeah.
You know.
So difference that grandma's house, it was kid friendly
Oh
because
yeah,
always kids
shit.
there.
You do whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma never said nothing.
No.
The backyard was just whatever you
Heaven.
want to do. Yeah, yeah,
Everyone, it was a
yeah.
fucking obstacle course. You had garages and sheds and
Yeah.
shit.
Climbing
Yeah.
up on the garage, get some berries, and I just remember Thanksgiving there was outside all the time, right? We used to go. I don't know if you remember this, but they used to have a football game.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
They we should go to
at
Rugged Park.
Rugged Park. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so it'd be like all the I don't want to say like Al Bundy types,
Hey,
like
it's down Bundy.
because a
It,
couple of them played against each other in high
yeah,
school. I
yeah, yeah.
think Dad and Danny
Dan,
didn't like
yeah.
each other in high school or something like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. End up being family and shit.
yeah,
Yeah. So
so that was a difference between the cousins, right? So, but
and it was a good mix.
yeah,
Boys and girls. You know, the
yeah,
girls
yeah.
had their shit they could do
And it was like one group of age, and then the next level was
yeah.
like the next group of age,
Yep,
and
yep,
so it
yep.
was pretty neat. And when the cousins came from out of town,
Oh yeah.
that shit was fun.
It was always fun. But yeah, I
Yeah.
remember those, them
Hmm.
football games. I remember Big Chris, 4 or 5 kids being on
Yeah.
top of him trying to tackle his big
Yeah.
ass
Yeah.
down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, it was good. The thing I always say about that grandma, is that I don't even remember the food. I don't remember the
Yeah.
gifts on Christmas. I don't remember none of this shit. I just remember the family. You know what I mean? And that's always stuck with me and ingrained with me. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? And RIP to my grandma, man, best woman I ever met in my life, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, think about her every day, every day. Think
Yeah.
about
She
that woman.
comes across my mind a lot too.
But yeah, Thanksgiving, was just, it's different these days. Back then, it was about family, and somehow, I mean, what do you think about why is it that back then everybody had? Well, I think I know the answer, but let me see what you think. Family had time to get together like that. Like me and you, we're super close, but we hardly spend any holidays together. It's not because we don't want to,
Yeah.
but it's just
I
why
think
why is life busier these days?
because at least for us, and maybe now in general, there's no grandma's house anymore,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Um, Now grandmas are working. So like, let's say my mother-in-law, right? She has a restaurant. So those are her busy times.
yeah, yeah,
So like Thanksgiving is at the restaurant, which is convenient because she can cook everything and close down early. We go, but it's not like grandma's house,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I think that's what's missing.
The family fundamentals type
Not
stuff.
there's that, but
Homie.
go-to.
There you go. There
Where's
you
the
go.
go-to place?
Where everybody meets up, no
Yeah.
matter how busy in life they are. That one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's what we're missing as far as us. But my second thing on the list is a reason, I think for me at least, is maybe what about 6 years ago, 8 years, 6 to 7 years ago. It's been gone for 4 years. I wanted to start doing my own traditions,
Yeah.
right? I was like, we have 6 people in our family. Eventually, you have to,
Yeah. Yeah.
branch off,
Branch off.
right? And I think part of it is the growing up part. I remember going to grandma's house, whichever one it was first. I don't remember which one's first. And if you remember this, on the way to the next grandma's house, there was always an argument
Well,
in the car on the way.
like how long we're gonna stay? I don't feel like
Why did we
going.
leave so early?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So it's not that we were arguing about that, doing that, but it was just like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I got tired of going back and forth. So about 6 years ago, I told you, I told mom, told everybody, like I'm gonna start doing my own thing. If y'all want to come,
Yeah.
the door's open, right? If y'all don't, that's fine too.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And it worked for like 2 years, and then like I said, my mother-in-law wants to do it at the restaurant,
Yeah.
and it's kind of convenient because we have the store right next door. So as we're closing, she's getting the food ready.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, okay,
It all
we're
works
here.
into the
Yeah,
schedule.
like we're here, let's eat, and then we'll go home.
And that's what families should do, man. Okay, we're all busy, but what can we do to make sure at least we can meet up?
Yeah,
And that's the medium right there. It's
Yeah.
okay, we're all you're gonna be at your store, I'm gonna be here. Well, fuck, we're right next to each other. It's just
but I think it goes back to there's no grandma's house, so it's awkward. Not awkward, but cousins don't hang out.
yeah.
Um,
But we are a lot busier these days too.
yeah.
I mean, all our kids are doing shit. You
And
know
I'm
what I
saying
mean?
this that side, still
Oh.
talking about my in-laws.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because I think our side is a little bit different, and maybe that's a whole another podcast in itself.
Hey, that's a 10-part series right there. Because everybody's wondering, well, what are you talking about? No grandma's house?
Yeah,
Well, where's your
yeah,
grandma?
yeah.
But yeah, we'll get into that later.
So yeah, I think I don't want to say it traumatized me, but I just didn't want that. Like the going back and forth, me was just, oh, we gotta drive over here.
Yeah.
Then we gotta wait. And football game is on, and maybe we should stay till the
Hey,
end.
that's one thing real quick. I mean to cut you off. Of course, any Thanksgiving out here in Texas, it's gonna be Thanksgiving Day, Cowboy game.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah,
which
they
grandma.
win or lose,
Then you
yeah.
trying to leave this grandma so
Yeah.
you don't miss none of the game
Right,
and shit.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. So then you got get the football game. You got did I eat or did so and so show up?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna miss them or hey they're calling hey so and so's leaving. What time y'all gonna be here? We already ate.
Yeah, it's a lot of drama.
So I just didn't want that. And so I don't like I said I don't want to say it was traumatizing, but I think part of it was that I just didn't want to do that.
Yeah. From my perspective, when you did decide to do that, it kind of came off as, okay, well, what's the deal? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Is there something going on? Is he not want to chill? Of course, our parents are always gonna think that way. And
Yeah.
me, as the little brother, I was like, okay, cool. And the invitation was always there. But as I get older now, obviously he's the older brother. Maybe don't look like it, but he's the older brother, and he experiences life before I do. And these days, maybe the last couple of years, I've been telling my wife too, is that hey, we got our kids and shit. I'm gonna be a grandfather soon.
That's right.
And it's time to branch out. So I get it. And the invitation was always there. I was never afraid if I say, well, what are y'all doing? It's always we're here if you want to come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you can either take offense to it or you can say, okay, well, cool, I'll come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's about how you do it. But I can see why it was taken that way a little bit. Our family's been through drama. So
Yeah.
sometimes when somebody in our family speaks up, you're like, okay, did I do something to provoke that?
Mhm.
Or is he just growing? You know what I mean? But, the thing about me is I've always looked up to you, and before I ever get mad or think negative of you, I wait to see what the lesson is. You know what I mean?
And I think like you said, it was taken a certain way because even mom had this big spread
Yeah,
the next year that I told her, and she's like, "Well, nobody came over because I think you were doing some, I don't know." And I said, "Well, I told you
yeah,
we were not coming. Like, why'd you cook so much? You could have came here or go eat with dad somewhere.
yeah,
Make all. It was part of it was because after she would cook and she'll say how tired she was.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, well, you don't have to.
But you know how moms are, no
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
how tired they are, you know. But like you said, that's a whole different episode, whole different conversation. But no, Thanksgiving to me, like you said, it brings up all those good memories of my cousins. I keep in touch with a lot of them. And that's my perspective on how things went down. I don't remember the arguments. You
yeah,
know what I mean? I don't remember that stuff. So it's good to hear that, to see why you chose. And it's crazy that shit like that as a youngster, you know, still affected you as you got older. Because I don't remember the arguments
yeah,
and shit like that.
yeah,
But yeah, I see it because I go through it with my wife. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Hey, I don't feel like going on.
yeah,
But good thing about it is it seems like you too. I love my in laws, so anytime we get to go over there, I enjoy it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it ain't too bad.
And then the food wise, I don't really like turkey. You
Yeah,
know, I don't even if it's just that once a year. I really, I'll eat it,
yeah.
but
I
not,
like me some good turkey, bro.
like I think this year the plan was to make pierna pork butt tortas. Yeah,
And that's another thing about these days too. Holidays are changing. I guarantee there's a lot of people out there not eating turkey this year.
yeah,
I think last year I forgot. I can't remember. We got invited to somebody's. They were doing brisket,
hmm,
pulled pork.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yeah, fuck it, why? Oh damn! I remember a whole bunch of turkey going to waste. Eating
yeah,
fucking turkey for 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So yeah,
hmm,
it makes sense. I mean, there's
yeah,
new times, new ages. You know what I mean? New
yeah.
flavors.
We were gonna do tamales, but then we're like that. Maybe we don't want to do all that work. We got some pork butts. I was like, well, why don't we just do tortas?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
it. A feast is a feast,
yeah,
whether you're eating turkey or anything
yeah.
else. That's how I look at it. I mean, Thanksgiving is just about feasting with the ones you love, and
Hmm.
whether it's just you and your kids or your in-laws, just giving thanks for what we got.
And part of it is just relaxing, right?
Exactly, 100%.
Eat and just do nothing after that,
Yep.
you
Or
know,
watch the Cowboys lose.
or that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they won today. Did you see the end?
Yeah. No, we went and bought some hamburgers and they had
Uh,
the game on and we're
yeah.
like, oh shit, they might win this.
So they went up, and there was like 40 seconds left, and Redskins came. The Commanders came back like a 50-yard touchdown. So they had to score the extra point. It would have went to overtime. That fool missed the extra point.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Did you know that?
it
Me
was
neither.
bad, man. It was just
Fucking, they
crazy.
got lucky. Hey,
Yeah,
Cooper Rush, man, got him a
yeah,
dub. That's all, just one
yeah.
dub.
That's
He's
it. Maybe he's
good.
gonna be on the road now.
Hey, we'll see. But yeah, Cowboy games always big on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that that's something I do remember too.
Uh-huh.
I remember, Thanksgiving back at grandma's. One thing I tell people, our family, one thing that was common with our uncles is they always smoke weed. So I remember that, our uncles out, hippies, come
Yeah.
back, military type shit, and
Mhm.
just the uncles right there smoking up, smoking joints and shit, and just family, man,
Yeah.
and I love it. I mean, it. I have a rough exterior, but when it comes to family, I'm big on family, whether it's
Yeah.
a cousin, an uncle, my brothers, nephews and shit like that. So that's what Thanksgiving brings to me. Like I said, I don't have too many memories of. I have lots of memories of Grandma Medina, but just
Yeah.
not the holiday type
Yeah,
shit.
because I'm thinking about it, and I remember she was going out, but I don't really remember the food.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
No,
maybe it was not as important as everything else going on.
for sure. Maybe we was just picky as little kids and didn't eat nothing but fucking mashed
Mashed
potatoes or
potatoes.
something. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but you brought up tamales. Me, I'm the type I eat tamales. Once a year, and it was always a tradition starting at Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas.
Yeah.
And the tamales that we used to have were like no other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm not too big on the tamales, but they do bring up Thanksgiving
Yeah.
because that's when Mom started making them and
Hmm.
shit. You know, I tell people all the time, if everybody says their moms are the best, but we have other people that saying our moms were that they
Yeah,
were fucking
yeah,
badass, and, and
yeah.
and I just remember making like starting right after Thanksgiving. I mean, who knows how many freaking dozens she would
Yeah.
make, you know? But no, like you said, it's backbreaking work. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we got some dude came. I don't know if he steals them or because he gets them on food stamps or something. He's
yeah,
like, hey, I got some pork butts, half price.
hey, we don't ask.
Yeah.
As long as it ain't expired, all right, how much you want? Let's
So
go.
they're in the freezer, so we're gonna bust them out this week. And
So not only in the hood of Oak Cliff where Alecran is at, they're not just selling dope, they selling fucking pig feet, pig legs,
yeah,
pig
yeah,
thighs, everything you want. Hey, Dallas, Texas, baby, we got what you need. We push everything.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, so what are y'all gonna do?
you know, we're gonna go to the in-laws. Should be interesting. I think a couple of my brother-in-laws kind of beefing right now. So it should be interesting. You know, we're going to my older brother-in-laws. I think he's about your age, real cool, Frank. You know, we get along great. You know, and we'll go over there. Myra makes her famous chicken and broccoli casserole. Every year she's pissed off. I ain't making this shit no
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
Every year
yeah.
she's making it. But yeah, we're just gonna go over there, hang out a little bit, and take it easy. That's it. You know, we've had a tradition with, like you mentioned earlier. You know, each cousin's kind of had cousins that were in their age range, and me and about 6, 7 of the cousins, Leslie, Louisa, Gabriel, we all get together every year for a Cuzgiving.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that on Saturday. You know, no parents, no none, just a bunch of the cousins. It's kind of weird this year, man, because like you said, you know, talking about who's gonna bring what, and I see somebody talking about spaghetti and there's like pizza, and I was like, what the fuck, pizza? Just
I
don't
can eat pizza.
but just don't show up with no hot and ready's on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get pizza at least. Just got there Pizza Inn or Domino's. Don't be showing up with a bunch of fucking hot and ready's and shit. You
Nah,
know, it's
hot readies are good.
but not for Thanksgiving. You got.
Hey, you know.
I was like, we celebrating Thanksgiving or the Costa Nostra? You got nothing but fucking spaghetti and shit like that. But hey, like I said, it's all about feast. Like I
Yeah.
said, we get together on the Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's been a little tradition that we
See, and
look
that's
forward
where
to.
we're different too,
Yeah,
right? And whatever it is, I'm bad at keeping in touch,
yeah,
right? And it's not because I don't want to. It's not, but for a lot of years I was just busy,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
You know, with the convenience store
No,
stuff,
I
and
can attest to that.
so I think what happened was a lot of times I would get invited, of course, birthday parties, whatever, get-togethers, and I just couldn't go,
Yeah, yeah,
and just I think people just stopped inviting me, which I understood,
yeah,
right? He ain't gonna come but it's because I was busy,
yeah.
right?
You know, a lot of people understand. You know, they'll be like,
Yeah,
"Where's
yeah,
JJ? He's at the store."
yeah,
They know what's
yeah,
up. But you know, the ones that know, you know. You know, it's funny you say that because, oh man, it's funny because I was, you know, Stevie and Nathan, they're standing up in Tony Jr.'s
yeah.
daughter's quince. So we're there today, and Tony come and asked me today. He goes, "Hey man, so Cynthia and JJ are getting divorced?" And I was like, What? He goes, "They're not together." I was like,
Oh, because we didn't go
I was
yet.
like, as far as it goes, well, every time I see him, he's by himself. I go, nah, man, my sister-in-law should be on them eyebrows, man. And
Yeah,
on Saturdays, it's a busy day,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I go, nah, don't start that rumor, man. JJ's getting divorced and shit. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it
Yeah.
now. Like, yeah, man, you know, he's making the effort to show up, even though his wife can't. You know what I
Saturdays are
mean?
tough sometimes for that reason,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's gonna be tougher now, but um, we just stay busy,
Well, I hope I didn't just spill some exclusive news or some shit. I hope
No, not like that, not like
I just
that.
fucking around.
But Saturdays they are tough.
But it was funny that he said that today to me, and I was like, nah, we're
Yeah,
busy. He's just
yeah.
it's better. I'd rather him show up and she can't than
Because
her,
it used
you
to be
know.
like that.
Yeah,
It's like we just couldn't. But now, I think to make it work last Saturday was she changed her schedule a little bit, and I was able to get out early,
yeah.
and I said, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, and I'm glad you did. It turned out
Right.
well. You know, we had little fiascos in the beginning, but hey, that's just another story for another podcast.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
hey, you know, like I always tell people, you know, even my boss at work was telling me, "Damn, your life could be a movie." No shit, because I need to buy the rights to your life. I'm like, shit, you don't even know the half. But no, yeah, you know, we get busy. You know, Stevie's in baseball. You know, at one
Hmm.
point, you know, Josh was playing baseball, Nathan was playing football, Isaiah was doing marching band, Stevie was playing baseball. So you know, you miss shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get it. You know, as you grow older, maybe as you're younger, you don't understand if you don't have kids or something. You know, and but as you starts happening to you, you understand. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it's like, hey, we're gonna miss those birthday parties. We're gonna miss graduation. You know, like of course, if it's one of your kids or one of my kids, like you made that day work, we're gonna make it work for the ones
Yeah,
that we need
yeah.
to make it work
Yeah.
for. But
And
there's just some that it's like, you know, this is more important than
yeah,
celebrating a 1 year old birthday.
right. Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's just myself. I've just always been bad at it,
Yeah,
and it's people reach out like old friends or me and you probably text every day,
yeah, yeah,
and then I'll text the nephews every now and then, but I'm just bad,
yeah,
you know, and even friends, from military or work friends or something, they want to chit chat or something, just like
yeah.
I just drop off.
You know, and that's where the two perspectives comes in because you kind of at a young age you took off right after graduation. You know, and a lot of
Definitely.
shit was popping off. So
Yeah.
my older brother that I was with all the time, he takes off, and who else I got is the cousins, the uncles, and
That's
shit
true.
like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, a lot of family members impacted my life. You know, like Uncle Lawrence. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? When I was young and getting in trouble and shit, he'd take me in. Let me
Mhm.
stay there for the summer, and to this day, talk to him all the time. And
Yeah.
you know, Ricky and shit that when I was going through getting kicked out the house that helped raise me. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So, me, I'm the type of person that I always like to show my gratitude.
So I
So
guess that's the difference.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe that's part of it because when I left, that's who you had,
yeah.
right? And y'all got real close during that time.
And as an adult, I was able to drive
Mhm.
myself to those places to
Yeah.
go hang out. Whereas as soon as you hit adulthood, you was gone to the
Yeah.
Navy. So all those years that we grew up and we were actually adults to be able to drive, not have our
Yeah.
parents meet us up
Mhm.
and hang out and party and shit.
Y'all were able to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went through our 20s together. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Getting with our significant others, having kids and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And but as it comes always, our kids got older and
Yeah.
we all were off for a few years, and now that we're all starting to come back.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah. Because like I still busy. Like this was kind of off the fly. Like, oh, I got Sunday. Let's just do it.
yeah, yeah.
And I think we could probably just keep doing it every Sunday.
Hey,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, man, my Sundays was usually just to chill the fuck out, but I'm having a good time. Like I
Yeah.
always say, if I get a chance to chill with my brother and we get this quality time, I'm gonna take it all day.
And
You know what
that's
I mean?
part of it too. I think when we talked the other day, I said, "Hey, if we get to hang out once a week, why not?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I enjoy it. The nephews are here. Stevie came to hang out. Just that little bit of being at Theo JJ's house.
Hmm.
We're busy. We don't get to come over that
Yeah.
often. I
Yeah.
told Isaiah if he wanted to come, he talking about I got plans. I'm like, fucker, you got plans? You ain't got no car. You ain't got no money. Fuck, you got plans, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's his Sunday. You mess up. That's his Sunday, relaxing day.
Man. So, but it's all good.
That's what it was. You messing up his relaxed Sunday.
Man, for kids are a trip, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, real quick, just to let all the viewers out there know, he's got 4 kids. I got 4 kids. It's kind of funny how it came in. He had
Yeah.
his, then I had mine,
Yeah.
then him, mine, him. And they go back and forth. So finally, I told him, "You win, man."
I was
Yeah.
done too. I was done too.
Well, he had the youngest, so I was
Yeah.
like, "You win. I ain't coming back after that. I ain't coming back after that."
Yeah.
So like I said, we got a lot in common. Kid wise, all that. But very very different perspectives. You were a little older than me, so you saw shit that I didn't see. Like the
Mhm.
arguing and
Yeah, I
shit
guess
like
so.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and I think it brings a good mix where other brothers can relate to that type of shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, I think it's gonna be a good thing. I think it's gonna be entertaining, and like I said, some people might get outed.
Yeah.
Might not talk to us after a few episodes, but hey,
When we get into
hey,
that.
but when we get to the top, don't be calling me no
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
So it's all good. Real quick before we go, wanna rep for Anthony Animates. Get out there, like, subscribe. Anthony
Yeah.
Animates out there. Our engineer. We're trying to come up with a cool little nickname. I like Fly T, but until then, check him out on Anthony Animates. And I think till the next episode,
Hit the like,
subscribe.
subscribe. Yeah.
Appreciate
And
you.
we'll see you next time.
Yep, yep.